and then quietly shook his head. "I don't ski," he said. "I'm fine just reading and looking out at the snow." His words floated up in the air, a white comic book bubble of dialogue, every word visible before me. He likely wiped away some of the frost from his fingers. I had no idea what to say next. I blushed and stood there, rooted to the spot. The Iceman gazed into my eyes and gave what looked like a faint smile. Or was it? Had he really smiled? Maybe I was just imagining it. "Would you like to sit down?" he said. "I know you're curious about me, so let's talk for a while. You want to know what an Iceman is like. Is that so?" He chuckled. "It's all right," he added. "There's nothing to be afraid of. You're not going to catch a cold by talking to me." We sat on a sofa in a corner of the lobby, hesitantly talking as we watched the swirling snow outside. I ordered a cup of hot cocoa, but the Iceman didn't drink anything. He was just as shy as I was, on top of which we had little in common to talk about. We talked about the weather at first, then the hotel. "Did you come here alone?" I asked him. "I did," he responded. "Do you like skiing?" he asked. "Not particularly," I replied. "Some of my girlfriends drive me here. I can hardly ski." I was dying to find out more about what an Iceman was all about. Was he really made out of ice? What did he eat? Where did he live in the summer? Did he have a family? Those sorts of questions. Unfortunately, the Iceman didn't talk about himself at all, and I didn't dare ask the questions that whirled around in my head. I reckoned he didn't feel like talking about those things. Instead, he talked about me, who I am. It's hard to believe, but he knew everything there was to know about me. Who was in my family, my age, interests, my health, what school I was at, my friends. He knew it all. Even things I'd long forgotten. He knew everything. "I don't get it," I blushed. I felt as if I'd been stripped naked in the lobby. "How do you know so much about me?" I asked. "Are you a mind reader?" "No," the Iceman said. "I can't read minds. I just know these things." As though I'm looking deep into a clear block of ice. "When I gaze at you like this, I can see everything about you." "Can you see my future?" I asked. "No, not the future," he replied blankly, slowly shaking his head. "I'm not interested in the future. I have no concept of the future. Ice contains no future, just the past, sealed away as if they're alive. Everything in the world is sealed up inside, clear and distinct. Ice can preserve all kinds of things that way cleanly. Clearly, that's the essence of ice, the role it plays." "I'm glad," I replied and smiled. I was relieved. There was no way I wanted to hear about my future. We got together a few times after we returned to Tokyo, eventually meeting every weekend. We didn't go on typical dates, to see movies or spend time in coffee shops. We didn't even go out to eat. The Iceman hardly ever ate. Instead, we'd spend time on a park bench side by side. Talking, we discussed all kinds of subjects. Yet not once did the Iceman talk about himself. "Why is this?" I asked one day. "Why don't you ever talk about yourself? I want to know more about you. Where you were born, what kind of parents you had, how you came to be an Iceman." The Iceman gazed at me for a while, then slowly shook his head. "I don't know the answer to those things," he responded calmly and decisively, exhaling his hard white breath. "I have no past. I know the past of everything else and preserve it. But I have no past myself. I have no idea where I was born. I don't know what my parents look like, or whether I even had any. I don't know how old I am, or even if I have an age." The Iceman was as isolated and alone as an iceberg, floating in the darkness. I fell deeply in love with him, and he came to love me, the present me, apart from any past or future, and I